Just realized I started a video without starting the video. I just started taking a motorcycle apart and realized, oh yeah, got to video the stuff. So in my never-ending quest to never leave a motorcycle alone, we're going to work on the Road Glide ST today. We're doing more boy racery stuff. There's a custom painted body coming for it in the next couple weeks. Actually should be here by now, but it's the holidays and I'm busy, so I don't care. But we have like a wild painted body that's coming for this thing for Advanblack. Again, this is their bike. And we're going to redo the face a little bit. This right now has a painted to match headlight called an Attack headlight. They do it in like orange and blue and a couple colors, but it's the exact sand white. It's a white. It's the same white as the body. And we're going to take that out and put in a Shark Demons as is. One of them. The new one that's got a clear headlight and an amber headlight. The Boy Racer Performance Battery stuff. It's going right chair. I suck at this. I'm sorry. I've told you. It's not like you didn't know. All right? So, it's your fault. So, anyway, what we got to do is take the face off. We got 4 little Allens. We got Phillips, because I lose things and change hardware. And then 2 Allens on the side. These, which I don't know what your stockers are. You might have Phillips there. This is from me putting this Clockworks trim on there. So this and this and this. And then you got like a T27 Torx right chair. And on the other side, I think just the upper one. On the lower one just holds this wind deflector off, but you can take that one out. I have Phillips because I lost them. They're stainless. They're real nice. Don't talk shit. And then these Allens that hold the turn signal on. What you're going to do after you take the windshield off, and this trim in my case, you're going to grab this and go, wow, and rip it off the bike. Then you're going to unplug the turn signals. Otherwise, when you try to take this away, you're going to snag. So you're going to unplug them. They sit up here. I'll show you. And then take the face off, and then we'll tear into the headlight. Okay, you're going to want to take this off with a sudden, violent jerking motion. And I said it backwards before. It's not from here. It's from here because the lip goes under there. So you want to grab it and go, hi-ya! Just like that. Just angrily rip parts off your motorcycle. Don't be like me. Come on. You know better than that. It's just not actually my motorcycle. Alan's going to be pissed. Anyway, so this is the wire. This zip ties to this little spot here for your turn signal. Now, this has got controller boxes in between because of these bullet style turn signals, which are really cool. So yours is just going to have a wire if it's stock. But we're going to just press right chair and pull. There you go. See? It's precision operation. And this side, same right chair. Let go, you bastard. Submit. There you go. And then I'm going to take those Allens off both sides, and now she'll slip right away. I totally forgot. There's 2 more fasteners. You got screws down in here. So after you got this off, reach under there with your fingers and push again violently with lots of rage, like that. Oh, that came out perfect. First off, this is totally fine. Okay, so don't. Yeah, I dropped the lens. It's not. Why is that sticking out like that? Once again, fine. So it's not a big deal. Those tweeters in those grills, they plug in with a little plug. It's no big deal. And but when you put them back, if you have a wild bore system, make sure that you tuck them suckers back up. So let me tell you how you're going down the road and how much fun it is when all of a sudden you see that white plug in there diddling your speaker. I said diddling. All right, there. This here. That should be. Can we one hand this away? Okay, all the fasteners are off. Did I take the wrong damn screw out of the... I did, didn't I? It's this one, not that one. I took the wrong one. All right, I put those screws back and put the other ones out, so whatever. So, motorcycle face removal, take 2. Where? There. What the hell? Why are you holding on? Why? Wait a minute. What am I forgetting? I've done this 1,000 times. That's off. It was just kind of hooked on over there. There we go. That was weird. She was just kind of snagged. All right, so I'm going to set this aside someplace. And then I'm going to turn that headlight on just to get a sort of frame of reference over here so I can kind of aim the other ones. I normally don't put that much effort forth, but the Shark Demons have a lot of adjustment in them. So, yeah, just going to turn it on, see what the light throws, and then do the same with the Demon. All right, so the beam of light throws the top right around that seal in that box. Okay, that's fine. Oh, and then take the headlight out. This has more plugs than a stocker because it has turn signals built into it. There's just 4 screws back. There they are, right there. There's 4 of those. Wait. 2 top, 2 bottom. Normally 1 plug. This one has 2 because of the turn signals again. And then that's it. Am I going to leave that light bar? I got to think about that. What the hell? It's wired into the tank and everything. So it's a very important piece to leave. Side note, I'm looking through this going, what is what now? I forgot those are tied in. And so I had to look at all my little boxes and connectors and remember what goes with what. And in my case, that's the handguard lights. And anyway, so this is your headlight. It looks like a 4 flat off a trailer. And then just look. You can't do things with one hand, dude. You know, like, ask your wife. Now she'd be away. See, it's the same white as that. So, as I mentioned before, selling that body. So, if you want outer fairing headlight, because it's painted to match, so why not? Outer fairing headlight, tour pack, bags, fender, turn signal pods. You can run tombstones instead if you want to. Those geometric side covers. Either the stock tank or a cut-in tank, completely up to you, and front fender. So $3,500 for the entire Road Glide body, including a tour pack. Best deal you're ever going to get on this planet if you like that white. So let me know. And again, I'm going to throw in the headlight because what the hell am I going to do with a white headlight? I had a conversation about these headlights the other day, and I wanted to jump in on real quick. These dual, spotlight-looking headlights. People said, like, why didn't you run these before when everyone else was until Custom Dynamics came out with one? Because that's a headlight. What everyone was doing before was taking off-road lights, using a bracket, one of which was made by a pedophile, and installing them in the front of their bikes. So, yeah, there's a pedophile that made one of the most famous brackets that people were running those lights in. Yeah, look it up. Anyway, me and child abusers, we're real just tight, like them. Dead. Anyway, those lights are not headlights. They're off-road lights. You put them on the top of your old C10, K5 Blazer, whatever, and they do not have a light pattern. They just go blah, and it's a spotlight. Have you ever come on head on to one of them things? In Daytona, 6 of us are coming back from the bike burning in the apex of a turn when some asshole on a lowrider ST came around a corner with one of those Baja, not a headlight, spotlights in his bike, and I swear to God, 3 of us almost went off the road. Like, it was a blinding, it's not a headlight. If you're running one of those, make sure you don't have the pedophile one. If you have any sort of honor whatsoever on this earth, make sure you're not running the pedophile one. If you are, take it out of your bike, destroy it, get rid of it, and tell everyone you never had one. If you're running one of them lights that's not a headlight, you're an asshole. Just know you're going down the road, you look like an asshole. You're blinding people. There's actually a minivan that went off the road and a family was hurt. There's ongoing litigation. Don't run a light in your motorcycle that's not a headlight. Headlights have a beam pattern. It's not about being legal. It's about not being an asshole and being kind. And this is an actual headlight. It's the only one of these. The Shark Demon's the only one that's an actual headlight. I don't know if somebody else may have changed their design. I don't know this other companies, whatever, but they may have updated theirs to be a headlight now too. But just make sure it's a headlight. Don't run an off-road light as your headlight. That is so stupid, right? All right, so that's what I mean. See, it's a DOT. It's actually a headlight, This one's a combo kit. This one's both fog and headlight. Both a sealed beam, both an actual, I don't mean sealed beam. Both actually have a pattern. It's an actual headlight. Just has a yellow lens. I've done this once before on my old CVO, but Shark Demons is. You can add that to the collection of those stickers. Because that's actually a Shark Demon too. That's on the Road King. I did this one not that long ago if you haven't seen it. They make a version of it that's inside a lens. So this is the one that's actually inside a lens. I think it looks cooler on my Road King, but that's that one. This one actually also has an LED light inside it that you can turn on. I guess I could do that, right? Shut up! Whoops. There it is. So it does that. If you want, and you can change it different colors and stuff. That's a different one. I'll find the link and put it for you. This works for, I think, everything back to like a 90-something. So Road Kings, Electric Glides, Electric Glide Standard, Ultra Classics, anything that has the big round headlight, it'll do that. So that's that version. This version doesn't have the lens. It's, white out. All right, now that's out. You're actually kind of building the headlight into your bike. Don't let this scare you. If I can do it, you can do it. All right. This is not a thing. It's fine. Mine has more wires than yours also probably because of all these other lights. So not a big deal. So this is the top mounting bracket, and this goes in the top mounting location. That's the holes. Maybe it anyway, I'm sure it fits behind the wires or something. Yeah, that's what it is. I got to move those plugs, out of the way and then mount that. Then I imagine it's the bottom one, and then you're, mounting the lights to this. It's not a big deal. So yeah, that was just moving stuff out of the way, like this plug over here, and 2 bolts in, top brackets in, and we'll figure out if these cables need to move or something later on. If I have to loosen it and move it around, it's no big deal. Next, there's an adapter, plugs into the stock plug, and then it says stick it behind the bracket. So tuck that back up in there again. Probably not a one-handed job. Yeah, see, fine. So plug that back up there. You can actually control the yellow light separately if you want to. I don't have the switch, but they sell a switch that plugs in here and probably goes up on your dash onto one of these guys, which would be cool. If you wanted to run that, fog lamp separately. I'm just gonna wire it in because why? Again, it's an aimed beam. It's not like just a blah, so not that big of a deal. But if you want to, they sell a little switch you can plug in there and put in your dash. All right, so next step is you mount each light to its mounting bracket, which is just 4 screws. So you got the ones that they sort of pivot on, and then the ones that are the adjusters. You leave those pretty snug, but not too crazy. I'm going to aim this one down a little bit because it's a fog light, and then the other one with where I videoed where it was before. You just run the plug through the hole. All right, plug it in, and you got 2 bolts up here. It's not a big deal, and you'll have other bolts at the bottom later, and then there's a trim piece that goes on over it. This is you're building the headlight on the bike. It's not a big deal. They're backwards. I put yellow on that side and white on that side, and that's not proper. Because you don't want to put the fog lamp into oncoming traffic. You want it's no big deal. It's just 8 bolts again. So I got to flip that one to that one, that one to that one, and done. Full disclosure, you can do this. It's not hard. It's fiddly, right? There's a lot more hardware than a normal headlight swap where you just change like a bucket Road Glide headlight or something like that. Because again, you're putting that top bracket in, you're mounting the lights to the 2 brackets, then you're mounting those 2 brackets onto the bigger bracket, and then I believe the trim piece goes on over. You got to aim them first before you put the trim piece on. Ask me how I know not to make that mistake. On the CVO, I did that. So you're going to put them in there and then aim them and then finish the install. I'll tell you right now, top tip. Yes, he's my friend, and so I'd love to see him find success. But next time you go to a rally, basically any rally, Daytona, Leesburg, Sturgis, PCB, he goes to all the rallies. Just go see Paul at Fairing Exchange, and they install it for not much. Like it's like the big ticket is the light, and then they install it for very little. Have them do it. It's just, it's one of those things that it's not a pain in the ass, but go to a rally and just have Paul put it in. Fairing Exchange, Big Ten, Fairing Exchange. You can actually make an appointment. They're on the road. Make an appointment. They'll come do it at your house in the wintertime. So that's not a plug. That's really my opinion. Just go have them do it at a rally. There you go. So we got the 2 clusters in, and those 2 brackets mounted to that bracket, and they're plugged in. I guess we should see if they work. I don't edit. So we're ignition, and they work. Thankfully. And then let me aim them up real quick before I start finishing out the trim pieces. I don't know if you can tell, but the light is breaking right at that emblem on the box. So there, where the other one was. And then this one I tipped down just a little bit because you don't really want that like right in people's faces. So you look and see, maybe not that far down. Maybe tip it up a little bit, but you can see it's down a little bit from the white light. Okay, that ended up being a pain. But here's the thing. I'll give you a top tip as you do this. Hopefully you see this before you get this far. I could not get these bottom bolts to line up. They were 2 millimeters off. So what I had to do was loosen the headlight adjusters, tip them all the way down, loosen the first step, the main bracket we put in first. And what happens is when you put that in there, if you just put it in there and tighten it down, it's kind of sagging. So you have to loosen those bolts, push the whole thing up and tighten it, and then they lined up. So then I got to re-aim the headlights and all that stuff. So just know, when you put that first bracket in, kind of check when you get to the point of mounting these up, check your bottom mount holes. Because if they're low, go all the way back to step one, loosen those, lift the whole thing and line it up. And then it went together easy, but that's a pain in the ass. You may get tempted. Don't be this guy. I know that this dude exists, where they get to this point like, it's too hard to line up, but I can get these brackets, so I'll just leave this finishing piece off. Dude, you can't. See this? This is weather stripping. If you don't have this trim piece in, water is going to go right in on the back of your stereo and stuff. You cannot do that. You have to have this trim piece in. So don't try and skip a step. All right, you throw her face back on. I'll check the aim one more time, but then we'll put the face back on, we're done. Okay, so I went ahead and lost every fastener and then refound them. So basically there you are. With the Allen screws back in the turn signals and the sides, still got to plug them in. Started the screws and put these in first, like, you know, with your fingers, because they just kind of fall in. Then you use those almost like adjusters. Get her lined up. Don't tighten nothing until everything's started. Now, I already tightened two things because I screw up, but I guarantee I'm gonna have to loosen them again because you really don't want to tighten nothing until everything's started. Then when everything's started, then tighten it. Last things are these. And they're kind of in line, but you can see where they're already not perfect. Had I not tightened those, they might be lined up. So, all right. Let's finish your face. Bam. So there you go. We got a fog light. We got a running light. It's on low. That's why it's, here, I'll do the thing. Not hazard, you freaking moron. There we go. There, that's high beam. So yeah, this whole theme, when I talked about the last video I did, was these sliders of like a little more safety. Like, I feel better about that. You know, that yellow light's a little noticeable. Still got the ones up top. We lost the turn signals on the headlight from the white headlight, but that's all right. It's funny, the styles between these bikes. You got Advan's performance bagger, which again, it has a tour pack, which is not very performance baggery, but it's from a little one. But then when we change the body, it's going to be rather different. And then you got something more me and my wife's style. Kind of I don't know, 60s hot rod is kind of what I think it is, but 21 on the front, dual scoop, S&S, twin induction air cleaner, etc., etc. Big flashy floorboards, flashy paint, Dominator rear end, you know. So this is still the kind of the way I dress out my bikes, but I get this, you know. So that's done. I'm gonna run up to Palm Beach Harley because I got this headlight left over in a corner from an earlier project that's going to fit Stogie's Road King that he just bought. So I'm going to run that up and give that to him because he wants to change those lights out, and that'll be a nice addition. So run that up. Do I take the Road King? That'n? Or that'n? Well, I'm alone. The little one's not going to let me ride alone for a while now that she has fallen in love with motorcycles again. So that'n. All right. Let me head on up. Thanks again for watching this stuff. If you're not a subscriber, hit it. Also, there's a thing going on, I think, with a bunch of channels, not just mine, where tons of channels were just, or subscribers were unsubscribed. We're talking hundreds. I saw a blue, and I'm like, what the hell happened there? What did I do? I've been canceled. And then I'm like, no, that's not it at all. I didn't do anything. A bunch of people had this like loss of subscribers. So if you're not subscribed, check, make sure you are. Please click that. Please. I'm not editing, all right? So anyway. Love you all to death. Take care of each other. We'll talk real soon. Don't forget, this Friday, whatever the hell it is, 6th, live stream. So come hang out and have a drink or 37. Bye.